Hi, this is Susan Kelly. It's Friday night. I'm going to talk a little bit about antipsychotic dose reductions in the nursing home. Um, I used the failure mode and effects analysis. Just a little background to give you. When I first went into clinical practice, antipsychotics were used for dementia-related behaviors and psychosis as first-line treatments. Then as further time went on, we realized that there was an increased risk of mortality with these drugs, as well as a lower than expected efficacy based on the CATIE trials that were done. Since then, there's been a national initiative to lower the use of antipsychotic drugs in the nursing home. CMS and nursing homes have partnered to lower the use of antipsychotic drugs by 30% at the end of this year. In the last 5 years, they've already lowered the use of these drugs by 27%. So our company is looking at lowering our antipsychotic use by another 3% by the end of the year. Our process function on the failure mode and effects analysis, I'll just hold this up briefly for you to look at. It is a little hard to see, so I will describe the parts to it. The process function is antipsychotic reductions. The potential failure modes would be the percentage of our discontinuations or our reductions are too small. Potential effects of the failure would be the nursing home customer would be very dissatisfied. The severity of this would be very high, an 8 to 10 on a 10-point scale. The potential causes of the mechanisms of failure, there are many. Probably the most problematic is if a clinician fails to include a rationale for not doing a dose reduction or not addressing it at all. There's several reasons that you can use that are considered okay by CMS, including causing psychiatric instability, causing more distress, impairing function, which would be considered clinical contraindications, or there are certain diseases where it's allowable to use an antipsychotic. The occurrence, about 33% of our clients are on antipsychotics, so we need to reduce this number by another 3%. The current process controls right now, the assistant to the present tallies the antipsychotic reduction trials in all the facilities for all the providers. And this is printed graphically and provided to our customer. The recommended actions are that we will have a new electronic medical record which goes live on 5/1/16. It will allow for easier tracking and also has the ability inherent in the software to give a clinical reason why an antipsychotic isn't being reduced or discontinued, so there won't be any more lack of documentation or lack of addressing of this issue. I'd be the one responsible for this. My completion date would be by the end of this year. Action results, the actions taken would be to further track down why we might not have the 3% reduction and specific clinicians. There is a severity occurrence detection measures that one has to do to come up with the RPN score in the failure mode and effects analysis. So my severity would be 8, occurrence 5, detection 9. The RPN score would be 225. So hopefully this project will go forward. Right now there's a lot going on in the company and I'm not getting the go ahead from the powers that be to do this, so I have plan B in the back of my head. Anyway, thank you for listening and have a great weekend.